don't know which beat we want to start with. Hey man, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there we go. All right. You need to buy your beats, man. You have got to buy your beats, man. And today we're going to be finding out why. I go by Lakim Golden, aka Golden Gramz Productions. Welcome to yet another installment of the live chat series, the live chat, whatever you want to call it. You guys know what we do here. You know what we doing here, man. Glad to see you guys. You know what I mean? Glad to see you guys. Hope you guys have some good news, some things that have been going on with you guys in your careers, and you know, some things to share with the community. If anybody's dropping any projects or anything, then we would love to know. You know, we don't want to hear anything today. We don't want to hear anything, but definitely keep us updated on what you're doing, the things that you're trying to accomplish, and let us know how we can be of assistance. That's what this whole live chat is for. You know what I mean? That's what this whole live chat is for. We need to let each other know what's going on within the community. You know what I mean? But let's get to the issue. You know what I mean? It's always an issue. It's always something that we have to tackle as a topic. You know what I mean? Today we're talking about beats, bro. We're talking about beats today. You know what I mean? I don't think a lot of the independent artist community understands how these things work. You feel what I'm saying? It's a work in progress. Kevin, what's good with you? Cheers, what's good with you? JJ, what's good with you? You guys, please excuse the skips. I believe the internet is still doing what it's doing. I haven't been able to figure out the issue. But hopefully we can turn that around into a win. If it starts to bother you guys too much, let me know, and I'll resort to my last line of defense. Hopefully I can get it working if it is bothering you guys at all. Let's talk about beats today, man. Let's talk about beats today. I don't think a lot of artists really understand the fact that you have to purchase your beats before you actually do anything with them. You know what I mean? Now, I know that's going to sound kind of crazy with me saying that, because some of you guys have gotten free beats from me. You know what I mean? Some of you guys have gotten free beats from me, or some of you guys have done business with me through my free beats. I'm not speaking for mine. You know what I mean? I'm not speaking for mine, because the ones that I'm giving you, you can do whatever you please with those beats. But we're talking about otherwise, outside of this community, the producers that are telling you that their beats are free and that have you feeling as if it's okay for you to do what you got to do with these beats without getting in trouble. I'm here to warn you. I'm here to warn you. I see this internet connection is still doing that. Do not leave. Give me 1 second. Let me change my Wi-Fi settings. Let me try to fix that right quick. That's crazy. That's crazy. And it's only this one. This is the only one that's doing it. All right. Let's see. You guys tell me if that works. Tell me if this fixed the issue. Tell me if the connection is still doing what it's doing, or if it's still going in and out. I think it might be a problem with Facebook, honestly. Anyway, let's keep it going, man. Let's keep this rodeo going, man. You got to buy your beats, bro. You know what I mean? I don't know how to tell you guys any other way, or I don't know any other way to put it to you to get the point across. Anything that's free is not really free. All right. There have been instances where I would ask an artist before they release their music, have you purchased the beats? You got the beats, you did this and that with the beats, you talked to the producer, they're like, oh no, it was for free download on his website. You know what I mean? It was free download on his website. I didn't have to do that. Everything was free. You know what I mean? Excuse me. That's not true, bro. That's not true, man. It's so not true that it'll hurt me if you actually it would hurt me if you was to actually get a hit single. You know what I mean? It would hurt me if you got a hit single, because I already know what the situation is going to be. You're going to run into a lawsuit, or you're going to not be able to get that song or music as far as you could have gotten it if you had to go about it the right way. You know what I mean? Let's break this down, man. Let's break this down. How many of you guys are pulling beats from YouTube? About the beat. Still working on. About to beat on. Still working. I'm not sure I understand, bro. Kevin, I'm not sure I understand. Deo, what's good with you? How many of you guys press 1 if you're using beats from YouTube for your official project? Press 1 if you're using beats from YouTube on your official project. The project that you say is going to, this is the one that's going to break you through to the mainstream, or at least semi-mainstream. Press 1 if you're using beats from YouTube at this moment and you're using them on a project that you are debuting your career with. I have bought 2 beats still working. Word. Chucky Hollywood said, I buy all my beats when I found them on YouTube. Okay. That's what's up. Josh, what's good with you? Matthew, what's good with you? Sin, what's good with you, man? Make sure you guys share this video. This is a very important topic. You know what I mean? I see a lot of you guys getting very far with your careers or getting good opportunities, but it'll be a shame for you to have to shut all of that down. You know what I mean? You ever see a health inspector shut down a restaurant? That's exactly what that's the territory that you're wandering into when you decide to use beats off of YouTube without paying any kind of money. It just doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? Doesn't work like that. And I'm logged in on the wrong account over here. I just realized that again. We did the same thing last week. This is the same page that I'm supposed to be going on my like page. Y'all gotta excuse me, man. Don't gotta buy beats. Just get plugged in with these young hard producers. Nobody be trying to. Well, I mean, you could say that, but look at Panda. Look at Designer and Panda. Although that was a long time ago, look at what happened with that situation. Panda got plugged in with a young producer, but when the business came into play, when the producer had no idea how much money that song was making, or the producer wasn't in the loop, there was no contract signed to guarantee that the producer was supposed to make anything, or there was no situation where they kept in contact after the song was made. Yes, you're going to have to spend money, bro. You're not spending money for the beat. You're spending money for the business. You feel what I'm saying? You're not spending money for the beat. You know what I mean? Because there's beats out here. You can rap on beats all you want to, and you can put them out all you want to, but when the money comes to being made, you know what I mean? You got to realize if you properly promote a song, you can make upwards of 5-6 figures from your first release if you do it properly. You know what I mean? I'm not capping off of this. You see it for yourself when your favorite artist drops a song. You're not buying the beat. You're buying your legal protection. You feel what I'm saying? You're buying your legal protection when you decide to buy a lease from an artist, or when you decide to purchase a lease rights. You're buying legal protection that says if something goes wrong, or if this song makes a lot of money, then I'm protected. You know what I mean? I'm protected. I said from an artist, from a producer, excuse me. I'm protected in saying that I gave this producer some kind of money and I guaranteed that the legal situation was intact. That's what you're buying. You know what I mean? Like how we talked about last week, I believe it was, you can choose to treat your career as just a rapper, or you could do it as a business person. But every business person knows that you got to cover your behind. You got to cover your behind. Don't go to these producers' websites and their YouTubes, snatch the beats and say, oh, well, I'm going to drop it first, but then, you know what I mean? Whatever happens is going to happen after that. Whatever happens is just going to happen after that. No, before you can react, they're going to be in your mailbox with a cease and desist, or with some kind of court summons saying, hey, this song made like 500 grand, bro. 500 grand, and I didn't get anything but $200. I need something. Oh, I didn't get anything. You just pulled it from my YouTube. I need something. So you don't want to end up in those situations. You know what I mean? That's absolutely right. No way to go. If you give me a beat, I probably want to get exactly. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how it works. Because we got to think about it like this, man. We got to think about it like this. Of course, there are situations where we would feel like a producer would not be deserving of anything, especially if you're buying beats and the producer ain't even getting in touch with you. They're not trying to contact you. They don't even know that you made a song to their beat. They didn't tell you thank you for buying the beat from their website. Yeah, you may feel like that producer doesn't owe you. You don't owe that producer anything, but you know, that's why I always recommend find a producer that you can actually build with. Find a producer that you can actually get in touch with. Find a producer that you can maybe not hit up on the phone, but if you were to email them, at least if you were to email them within a few days, they would get back to you at least and say, hey, I like that song. Hey, that, you know what I mean? Let's try this, or yo, try to promote it this way. you need a teamwork kind of situation going on when you're dealing with people. You know what I mean? It's so much we got to talk about today. It's so much we got to talk about today. But most importantly, you guys got to realize and avoid the traps. You got to avoid the traps so that you won't think that you're okay or think that you're doing things safely when you're really not. You know what I mean? What about splice samples or sound samples? Dale, I'm not really sure how splice works, bro. I'm not sure how those guys actually get paid. I know they get paid off the monthly subscriptions and based off of how many people download their sounds, but it's yet to happen. It's still too new. It's too new. You know what I mean? I'm assuming that those people will still want some kind of compensation for their samples because, royalty free. Hey, man, I don't know. I'm not sure, bro. I'm not sure. To be honest with you, if I were to make samples, then I would definitely want some kind of compensation for what I'm providing for a hit record. You never know. I'm already signed with ASCAP. Show all beats I buy is protected. Well, Kevin, you got to make sure that you get that right with the producers themselves. You know what I mean? Samples are not the way to go unless you have the copyrights. Yeah, you got to get those joints cleared, bro. You got to get samples cleared. It's a big headache. You know what I mean? That's my brother for life. 4L ain't following, supports me, and I support him since first started. All love, man. All love. Let me see. I'm gonna tell you like this. I've seen brothers fall out when it's millions on the table. I promise you, it's best to have it. Yeah, you know what I mean? Chucky, you right, bro. You right. That's just the way you got to do it. Like, we love to stick to our loyalties, and we like to make sure we like to believe that everybody's going to be shooting straight forward with us. And we also like to say, hey, you know what? Let's do the paperwork later. You know what I mean? Let's do the paperwork later. Let's not worry about the paperwork because we just want a foot in the door, or we want to get this thing pushed. We want to get it promoted. We want to get it out so we can do this show or so we can do whatever we got to do. But at the end of the day, when the money comes into play, I don't want to say it like this, but just based off of current situations and past situations, somebody gonna fold, bro. Somebody gonna fold. And if that paperwork isn't in place first, then you're gonna end up in a bad situation, or somebody in the situation is gonna end up in a bad off. You know what I mean? They're gonna end up bad off, and you're gonna be wishing, dang, I wish I had to go and get this stuff straightened out. You know what I mean? This music industry is rough. It's rough and it's rugged. And meanwhile, while you're saying, hey, my beats are free, they got the free quotation marks on them on YouTube, so that means I can do what I please with them. That means I can put them on an album and make thousands or millions of dollars from them without having to include the producer. That's not realistic, bro. We just got to think realistically here. You know what I mean? We got to think realistically, and we have to look at the best ways to avoid ourselves ending up in a courtroom. You know what I mean? You got to think of the best. That's all that business is. No matter whether it's music, whether it's what else can you do? Movies, anything. Those actors are not getting on stage, and those actors are not taking parts in movies without making sure that the paperwork is right, or making sure that they understand how much they have to get paid, or how much they have to pay out for their personal teams. If they have makeup artists and all of that, those people, there are contracts involved. You know what I mean? There are contracts involved, and you don't want to be the artist that says, boom, let me just grab this beat today, or let me grab it offline right now and drop it and learn how to make money from it. Then we'll go and talk to the producer, or he might be cool with it. No, bro. Nobody's cool with being excluded from making any kind of monies. You know what I mean? Nobody's cool with being excluded from making any kind of monies, bro. You can think about many producers who have placements. Nobody's cool with being excluded from making money. You know what I mean? If you've ever had situations where if you're a producer, or if you have wrote songs for major artists before or made beats from them, every 3 months, however BMI does it, or every month, however ASCAP does it, ASCAP does it about a month. If you're not seeing a check from the songs that you got out, that you wrote the lyrics for, or you made the beats for, you feeling salty. You feeling salty. You feel what I'm saying? So put yourself in the shoes of the person that you're saying, hey, you know what I mean? They'll be all right. They'll be all right. I'm gonna just rip the beat today. I just got a hot song, you know what I mean? I just want to get in the studio because that's all it's really about with us rappers. We just want to rap. We just want people to hear us rap. We don't even care about making money with our music, or we don't care about doing doing things the right way. We just want to rap today. You know what I mean? I'm hot. That's all that matters. My city behind my back. Yo, bro, pay for your beats, man. Pay for your beats. I'm not telling you that because I'm a producer. I'm not telling you that because anybody in here is a producer. I'm not telling you that because that's what we want to get paid for our beats. I'm telling you that so you can avoid a lawsuit, bro. You know what I mean? You may not even buy your music from me. Some of you guys in here may not even buy your music from me because we never met. You probably just be coming into these live chats, whichever one you own, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, both of the Facebooks. Some of you guys don't know me, but if you choose to leave this live chat today and not come back or never do business with my company, buy your beats from whatever. I shot with you. Oh, yeah, man. Much love, bro. Skrilla Rock, you already know, man. Much love, bro. If you choose to leave here today and not ever come back to a live chat to do business with my company, whoever you decide to deal with, buy your beats, bro. Buy your beats so you won't be on the other side of a courtroom trying to argue about, oh, it was free. You know what I mean? Free downloads means free downloads. They do not mean free beats. When you see free downloads, it means free download. The right to download the beat is free. That does not mean that you have the right to record over it. That does not mean that you have the right to put it out commercially or profit from it. It only means exactly what it says. Free download, bro. Free download. You know what I mean? So you're going to go out here and have a whole mixtape or a whole project, whole EP. Everybody's saying EP now. I don't think you guys even know what EP means. No, but I'm just joking with you. You're going to have a whole EP full of free beats. And every one of those producers is coming, or beat makers is coming for you for a check if you blow up. It's like dope game, bro. It's like the dope game. You know what I mean? It's like the dope game, bro. Everybody's saying I'm gonna keep on going. I ain't gonna get caught. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna get caught. I'm smooth with it. It ain't gonna happen to me. My brother, my cousin, all of them got caught. It ain't gonna happen to me. I'm gonna just keep on going. You feel what I'm saying? I'm safe. The Lord has blessed me in some type of way that he hasn't blessed anybody else. Only me. I'm just going to keep on moving with these beats the way that I've been moving, or I'm going to keep on snatching beats up, and my opportunity to shine is going to come. It's going to come, but you also going to get knocked down as soon as you get back up. As soon as you get up, you're going to get knocked right back down. You know why? Because everybody's looking for equity at this point. You know what I mean? If you happen to get a free beat and get to a major situation with it, now, boom, the producer says, oh, I didn't get no money for that. That's my beat. You know what I mean? That's my beat. You know what? I've been through certain situations. You know what it feels like to be the last person to know that your beat is circulating? Or you know what it feels like to be the last person to know that you got a placement here, or you got a placement on an album or something, and you didn't sign anything. You didn't sign any rights away. You didn't do anything. You know what it feels like to have that happen? So, yeah. Who ain't coming for a check? You feel me? Who ain't coming for a check if that's the case? If it's a situation where I didn't even know that you were going to drop something, I didn't know you were dropping to my beat. Yo, why you didn't tell me? So if you didn't tell me that, then you also didn't tell me that you generated X amount of dollars in the first week. Or you didn't tell me that you generated X amount of dollars from shows and all of that wouldn't have happened without the beat. That producer is coming for you, bro. You know what I mean? You creating enemies that you didn't have to have. You creating enemies that you didn't have to have. So, yes, I don't know who told the majority of people out here that the music industry was one that you could just jump into and not have to sacrifice. You got to sacrifice everywhere. If you want to cut grass, you got to go buy a lawnmower. You know what I mean? If you want to pull teeth, you got to buy some pliers. If you want to build houses, you got to buy bricks. You know what I mean? If you want to, whatever you want to do, you gotta pay for some kind of equipment. You got to pay for some kind of equipment somewhere. So why would music be anything different? Why would music be different? Why would anybody fresh out, whatever? That's what everybody always telling me. I'm fresh out. You know what I mean? I'm fresh out and I want to make it big in this industry, or I'm fresh out and I got what it takes. Why would this be this? If that was the case, every doctor that you see would be trying to rap right now, bro. You know what I mean? Every dentist would be trying to rap right now. If this was the only career choice that you could come in without having to put anything down, zero down, and you could make $1 million, who's telling you guys this? Where are you seeing this? You know what I mean? Temple, what it do? Christopher Reynolds, what's good with you, man? Appreciate that. That's definitely true, bro. Who's telling you guys this? Who told you that you could get into the music industry with zero down and make all kinds of money? I feel like if everybody's favorite, excuse me, I bit my tongue. If everybody's favorite artist was to get online or get on live and say, bro, you got to invest X amount of dollars to even begin to see any kind of change, I feel like most people wouldn't be rapping. Most people wouldn't be rapping. Right now, the perspective is just so shifted. It's so screwed up. Everybody thinking I can just rap because nothing else can work. You know what I mean? I could just rap because, you know what I mean, nobody will hire me, or I can rap because I can't play ball, or I can rap because it's free to get in. You know what I mean? I can get my beats free from YouTube. I can go and get free studio time on my smartphone. Boom. Why shouldn't I blow up? Come on, bro. They be sleeping, man. Hey, let them sleep, bro. Let them sleep. It's only one. I calculated that 1% of anybody anywhere is going to be at the top. You feel what I'm saying? So if that 1% is here today, then I appreciate it. I appreciate it if 1% of somebody or anybody in this live chat decides to take this information and go to the top. You know what I mean? That 1% could be 10 people. You know what I mean? Depending on how large the live chat gets one day, it could be 10 people, or it could be 5 people, it could be 2 people. You know what I mean? But you can't say that it wasn't out here. You can't say that the game wasn't out here. You feel me? Add me to the live. You can't say the game wasn't out here. I don't know about, can we do that? I'm not sure, but my privacy settings are kind of crazy. I'm not even seeing the ad. I see WAV. I see WAV next to it. And I don't have my phone hooked up. That's probably why it's doing all that connectivity stuff. That's probably why it's doing that. Let me plug my phone up, man. It's about to die. But no, man, we gotta think logically, bro. When the music industry gets involved, it's like seeing your favorite celebrity. If you see him on Hollywood Boulevard, or if you see him in Atlanta, you get starstruck. You feel me? You get starstruck. You can't even say the things that you need to say. You can't even say what will probably get you a record deal. You can't even say what will probably help your situation. All you can say is, oh, I can't believe you're here. You feel me? That's how people look at this music industry, bro. People look at this music industry like it's a dream, bro. I keep saying this over and over. It is not a dream. It is not a free land where everything happens for nothing. You can't get anything for nothing in this world. You got to pay anyway. You got to pay anywhere you decide to go. You got to pay something. You feel me? And in this line of business, it just so happens that you got to pay for your studio time. You got to pay for your beats. You got to pay for your promotion, and you got to pay for your image. You feel me? You got to pay for your image. Not saying you got to pay, go get a nose ring and stuff like that, but the decisions that you decide to make, it determines how people are going to look at you. You know what I mean? It's a close-knit business. Once you start getting to the top of the pyramid, you start hearing a lot of the same names over and over again. You don't want to damage your image, or you know what I mean? You don't want to damage your situation because nobody wants to deal with you. You high risk. A lot of y'all is high risk out here. A lot of y'all is high risk. Even if I had a record label, I couldn't sign you. Even if I had a record label, I couldn't sign you because you lawsuits waiting to happen. You feel me? You a whole bunch of lawsuits waiting to happen. You don't own none of your beats. You know what I mean? You record on your smartphone. Now we got to go all the way back to development. We got to go all the way back to development to develop you as an artist before we can even drop your project. Nobody's getting signed if you high risk. People treat music like they treat, they think of it as a plant. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's a career. It's a job, yo. It's a job, man. It's a job. I got to keep saying that. Music is a job. Music is a job. You feel me? It's a job. It's a baby. You got to take care of it until it matures enough to take care of you. You feel me? Not saying you should do that with your kids. I'm not telling you to raise your kids to primarily take care of you. But in the event or in the case of your music career, yeah, raise it to take care of you and make sure it take care of you wonderfully. You feel me? But as a lot of you guys see it, you know what I mean? You ever wonder why? You ever wonder why you see artists with all kinds of views and all kinds of engagement, but they just ain't got a deal yet? You feel me? You ever wonder why you see an artist with all kinds of engagement or all kinds of whatever organically, and they not getting a deal or they're not getting forward? Because that ain't enough, bro. You know what I mean? That ain't enough. It's not enough, man. Your business got to be in play. Your business got to be organized. Your label or anybody who's doing business with you has to see up front that if we do sign this person, it won't fall back on us. It won't fall back on us to have to pay for all of this stuff because we're trying to make money. You feel me? We can give them an investment. We can, but we would like a lot of this other stuff to be handled already, bro. You know what I mean? We would like a lot of this other stuff to be handled. You're high risk, man. Molly Ma, what's good with you? What's good with you, man? So with that being said, bro, you guys got to see the bigger picture here, man. You got to see the bigger picture here. We can't always go around believing what we see off of first glance. Anything that says free probably ain't free. You know what I mean? And once again, let me, what's the word I'm looking for? Clarify. If you got 2 free beats from me through my ad, you can do what you like with those beats. You know what I mean? I still own the rights to them, but you can profit from them. You can do what you like. You can do what you please. You feel me? But if you go on these YouTube pages and see free downloads and free beats and all of that, they're not free, bro. They're not free. I guarantee you, try to make $1 million with that beat. Try to make $1 million with that free YouTube beat and see if that producer don't hit you up like, where my cut? Where my cut at, bro? You know what I mean? Where my cut at? So you can't believe the deception, man. You know what I mean? Bless their hearts because they only doing what's going to get them subscribers. That's cool. That's cool. I ain't even mad at them. But you as the artist, you should know better. You know what I mean? You should know better. And if you don't, I'm telling you here today. I'm telling you here today. You know what I mean? I'm telling you today, free is not free. Free is not free. Before you drop anything on Apple Music, before you drop anything on DistroKid, CD Baby, TuneCore, make sure you own the licenses to those beats. Make sure you own the licenses to those beats. You feel what I'm saying? You got to. You got to, because that way, even if a producer decided to say, hey, he's making money and I'm not, let me try to do something. You could say, bro, I have legal documents that say I got the lease rights from you and it's a royalty free. You work for hire. You're not supposed to get paid any more than you got up front. You feel me? So you're not paying for the beats. You're not paying for the beats. You're paying for your safety. You're paying for your safety. You know what I mean? You ain't paying for beats when you buy beats. You paying for your legal documentation. You paying for your legal documentation that says this producer cannot come after you. You feel me? This producer cannot come after you because you owe them nothing. You feel me? Now, my contract personally, it says that you can make money up until you get to a certain point. Once you start reaching those millions, hey, we better sit down and cut something. You know what I mean? That's just honest. Or once you start reaching those high 6-figure marks, we better start cutting something. But that's just me personally. I don't know how other producers do it, but like I always say, I'm not the type of producer that just lets people buy beats from me without trying to help them get to that point. So I feel as if anything, I'm earning my keep. I'm earning my keep to say that we should split it 50-50. I'm earning my keep to say, yo, if you do make money, then, you know what I mean, maybe give me something. I'm earning my keep. That's just me personally. I don't know how every other producer does what they do, or I don't know how anybody else does what they do in this industry, but buy your beats, man. Buy your safety. Buy your safety. Don't let these cats come in and take your money. You know dang well you ain't even talked to this person before. You know what I mean? Give them that little $20, bro. Give them that $20 so they can pipe down. Give them that $20 so they can't come after you later and say, oh, he didn't pay me. He owed me something. You know what I mean? He owed me something. Your best defense in court will be, oh, the YouTube video said it was free. No, then you didn't read the fine print. You know what I mean? You didn't read the fine print in the description that says all downloads are free, but rights or licenses must be purchased before anybody commercially use these instrumentals, or else you can fall victim to any legalities. You know what I mean? You didn't read that part. You didn't read that part. So now you're sitting in the courtroom looking crazy, looking at the producer that you trusted in, the producer that you thought was going to come to the top with you. You feel me? You be buying beats from people you don't even talk to. You be buying beats from people who probably don't even know that you exist, bro. So in that case also, what about 50-50 split down the line as far as publishing a songwriter? That's always mandatory, bro. That's mandatory, and I'm going to tell you why. When you talk about your performing rights organizations like BMI or ASCAP, the artist is not the one who's paying that. You feel what I'm saying? The artist is not paying the producer. Those are the companies that the song gets in the hands of. So if the radio station that generates X amount of dollars because of that song was the #1 on the charts, they're the person who's paying that. And they are paying it to the producer. They're paying it to the artist. They're paying it to the publisher. They're paying it to the songwriters that were responsible for the song. So your 50-50 splits for those situations, those are justified. You know what I mean? Those are justified, and it's not mandatory, but it's industry practice that the producer and the songwriter split. You know what I mean? The producer and the songwriter split those 50-50. You feel me? But when you're talking about, what we're talking about is front end. You know what I mean? All of this is front end. When you're talking about leasing beats, when you're talking about exclusive rights, when you're talking about those unlimited leases, bro. I'm not gonna get into that. That shit is, I'm not gonna get into that, bro. We're not even gonna talk about that. But when you're talking about licenses, that's all front end. That's all front end. Jesus, we're not gonna talk about that, man. I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to call it, man. But we're gonna keep it pushing. We're gonna keep it pushing, man. But we talking about front end stuff, bro. Before you decide to put a beat out there, you need legal protection that says, I bought this beat and I have these rights to do whatever, you know what I mean? To do what I should do or what I can do with the music. So if anything was to pop up legally, then yes, you are covered and you are protected. If you do 50-50, y'all be in court forever. Explain that to me, Chucky. Let me see. I'm telling you, go with 51-49 in your favor because y'all have final say. So if you slow it to 50-59, y'all be in court forever and they want you to. I'm not sure I understand, bro. People don't do the research before making these hit records. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like hit records, bro, because honestly, we don't know what the hit is going to be. We don't know what the hit is going to be. People are always thinking that every song is going to be the hit. You know what I mean? Every song that we make is going to be a hit. You probably got like one good hit. Before you break through into the industry, you probably got like one hit under your belt. All of your other songs might be garbage. They might be nice songs, but they may not be hit material. You feel me? I wonder if anybody ever did what I said on one of these last live chats. I told you guys to go to billboard.com and look at the actual hit records, the #1 hits, the #2, #3, top 10. Look at them and see what elements they have so you can apply those to your music. I'm not saying to copy the music. I'm saying apply what elements. If they're using a certain kind of sound or if they're using a certain kind of kind of mix, you never know. You know what I mean? Those are what hit records are according to the billboards. Billboards might even be lying though. They loving my soul already, man. Already, bro. I already know. You know what I mean? I already know. You know how that go, man. You know how that go. You got to find those producers that can get that sound for you. You feel me? Yeah, I'm that dude though. I'm that dude in the restaurant that want to keep on sipping when ain't nothing left. That's always been me. If you go with 50-50 and they want to take you to court, you might be there forever. If you go to court, then you have in your favor, y'all have a final say so legally. I kind of get what you're saying. You know what I mean? I kind of get what you're saying. You basically saying give yourself less so that you can have a fighting chance, or give yourself more? Because I don't understand the more. If you were to give yourself 59 or give yourself 49. Hey, man, we just be chilling in here, man. We just be chilling in here, you know? I'm pouring tea and everything. Like, by the way, if you guys got any questions that you want to ask, feel free. I don't mean to make this feel like I'm just lecturing you guys through the whole live chat. The guys who always come here, you guys know what time it is. You know, we just be chilling. But anybody else who may have questions or things that you want to ask about your careers personally, make sure you ask your questions. You know what I mean? You have the final say so. I definitely. Are you speaking as an artist or a producer? Because here's the thing, Chucky. Here's the thing. Usually, what a court will do in this situation will say, yo, if you made $10 million or if you made $5 million from this record and you didn't give him anything, you owe him half of that, bro. That's what a court will do, regardless of how many, regardless of what the numbers look like, or regardless of what it's all about what somebody realistically got paid. You feel me? If you could look at it like this: if you're a record label and you paid a producer $500,000 for a record and you made $5 million, the court may not even move on that. They may not even say that you owe them anything. You know what I mean? They may not even say you owe them anything. Charles McLaughlin, sorry if I said that wrong, but my beats are, the price of my beats are an investment of $20, bro. 1997 will get you the standard non-exclusive rights to do what you got to do in order to profit from your music and get your brand out there. You know what I mean? Of course, we do have different investments such as trackouts and exclusives, but let's be honest, bro. Right now, as an artist who's pushing themselves to get to a mainstream point, you may not really need exclusives like that. You know what I mean? Because your objective may be to keep putting music out. So those initial non-exclusive licenses will be what builds your career to the point where you can start getting exclusives and start pushing it out to a larger audience. You know what I mean? All producers need to be compensated. But if you buy the beat out exclusively, you'll find a purchase regardless. And it pops up or not. No doubt. I understand what you're saying. You know what I mean? You can only use it for promotion and underground, but as far as the radio spins in the industry, etc., you can't get money from BMI. Get sued. So don't try to download the music. BMI the ass cap. They were also definitely. You know what I mean? When you talk about like free beats, when you talk about free downloads, can hit you up after the live. Yeah, for sure. Definitely hit me up, bro. Hit me up. You know what I mean? I'll give you my website. We'll build and everything. That's what's going on here, bro. If you go to my main live page or any of my live chats, these are like a lot of these guys are my clients, and they are people that I choose to work with in the music industry. I don't just like people buying beats from me and not doing anything with them. So I decided to offer my services and my experience in the music industry so that we can, you know what I mean? We can get somewhere. Nobody wants to just be buying beats and just to buy beats and not, you know what I'm saying? Not make it or not make any progress or anything. Nobody wants to do that. So me as a producer, I'm not sure if anybody else is doing this, But I try to get on live every Sunday, and I try to make myself available as possible to my clients so we can actually get this music moving. We don't, you know what I mean? We done with that, bro. I say be done with that. Be done with the producers you just can't contact. They probably ain't even heard your song. They, you know what I mean? I keep saying this over and over with. I probably might be beefing a little bit, but you know, it just is what it is. You feel me? It is what it is. Don't glorify a producer who you don't even know how to contact, bro. You know what I mean? Or you told them, yo, I made this song with your beat, blah, 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 and they can't even tell you if they like it or not. You know me, I'm always honest. I'm always honest with my clients. I'm like, yo, bro, where did you record that? We need to get that re-recorded. It doesn't sound good. You know what I mean? It doesn't sound good. We need to get it into a proper setting. So choose your producers wisely is what I'm telling you guys, man. Choose your producers wisely. Don't become a cheerleader for somebody who ain't even on your side the same way, bro. You know what I mean? That's just being honest, you know? No doubt. Much love, man. Much love. You got to holler at me, bro. You got to holler at me. Hit my inbox. You know what I mean? Hit my inbox, man. But yeah, man, that's the main message that I want to get across to you guys is always buy your beats, man. Always buy your beats because that's just the way that it works. You know what I mean? You don't have any other industry that's not out buying their materials. You know what I mean? If you about to put central air in somebody's house, you got to buy the materials. You feel me? Before you can make your money. If you're about to do whatever, if you're about to race cars, you got to buy your material. You got to buy your car first before you can race. You feel me? Before you can do anything the right way, you have to buy materials or you have to buy your resources. You have to invest. You got to invest anything, yo. You got to invest in anything that you do. And not only invest, you got to make sure that you cover yourself legally. You feel me? You got to make sure you cover yourself legally. Look at all these situations. Playboy Cardi just went through something with somebody, a guy who said those beats were free. This was last year, I believe. I can't remember. Playboy Cardi just went through this with a producer who said the initial beats were free. Now, just last year, this guy's in his inbox saying, I need some money back. I did all the calculations, and I think you owe me this amount. Like, come on, bro. You told me these were free. What are you saying? So careful, man. Just be careful and be extra on point, on guard when it comes to anything that comes out of anybody's mouth that's not all the way honest or all the way sincere. You feel me? Am I blaming that producer? No, I'm not blaming him. Or am I trying to put him in a bad light? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is everybody has an interest to protect. You feel me? Everybody has an interest to protect. And if you're not protecting yours, somebody coming from you or somebody coming for you. Excuse me. Somebody's coming for you if you're not protecting your own interests. You know what I mean? If you're not the one who's going to say, let me make sure my legal situation is straight. Let me make sure it's Sunday. Is it Sunday? It's Sunday, man. It's Sunday. You know what I mean? I get caught up in the days, bro. I don't even know sometimes. But handle your career with care, man. Handle your career with care and act like you care. You know what I mean? Act like you care. Ain't nothing free out here, man. Ain't nothing free out here. You feel me? Change your mindset or change your career choice, bro. Change your career choice. You know what I mean? This ain't a free industry. This ain't a free career. You just can't jump in and do this for free and expect to see $1 million. What if you was using nonprofit paid beats for promotion and started trending off the beats you paid for? Those producers can still come for you. See, here's how it goes, bro. Here's how it goes. Once you get to that point where the song is at a certain level, you can guarantee that the producer or somebody who knows the producer is going to hear it. They're going to tell that person and they're going to say, I wonder how much money that song is making. Or I wonder Oh, this joint right here? I'm not even sure, man. Oh, No Love Left. No Love Left. That joint ain't even up. I ain't even uploaded that one yet. I don't know if I will. I'll email it to you, bro. But you know, the producer's going to ask themselves, how much money has that song made? You feel me? Because you can kind of gauge if you see the amount of views on YouTube that a song has, or if you see the subscriber count, if you see certain videos or whatever, you can kind of gauge what kind of income that artist is getting, or you can gauge where that income, you know, where it's going with the artist. So at that point, you may be safe because that artist, that producer doesn't know whether you actually made any money or not. But what can happen is they can request a complete, what's the word I'm looking for? They can request a financial statement or any financial statements that say that you made any kind of money from the music. They can request those, and you can't hide them. You know what I mean? You can't hide them. Like you can't launder music money, bro. You feel me? So you're gonna have to show them something. If it's money being made, you got to show them where it's at because they made the beat. You feel what I'm saying? If you don't show them, they're going to take you to court, and the judge is going to demand that you show these statements or show the money that's being made from these songs or this song, and then you got to pay out even more. So that's why I personally say, if you're going to download a free beat, download it, take it to the studio, try it out. You know what I mean? I'll load a new beat right now. Can you check it out? Send me the link, bro. Send me the link. I'll check it out for you. Download the beat free and record to it in the studio. If you like the song, maybe you want to put it out to a small audience. And if it checks out with the smaller audience, with the sample audience, then yeah, go ahead and buy the beat and put it out the right way. You know what I mean? Before any official releases, then you definitely need to make sure that you buy those licenses for these beats. You know, you definitely want to buy these licenses for these beats before you decide to officially release any projects on any monetized platforms. You feel me? Apple Music is a monetized platform. Spotify is a monetized platform. Tidal, DistroKid is a monetizable channel. CD Baby, TuneCore. Before you decide to go to those, you need to buy those beats first. You know what I mean? You need to buy those beats first. That way, you can have a little bit of protection, just a little bit of protection, so you don't fall into anything too big. You feel me? Anything. You ever wonder why sometimes you don't hear from certain artists anymore, bro? I'm gonna tell you why. What they don't tell you on television or the media doesn't tell you. Some of them are dealing with legal issues, bro. You know what I mean? Some of them are dealing with legal issues, whether it be for producers, whether it be, that's why you don't hear from some producers, because they're dealing with legal issues. They trying to get some money that they've been owed, or some artists are trying to avoid paying out money that they owe. Some labels are trying to avoid paying artists for what they owe them. You never hear from some of your favorite artists because they are in legal issues right now where they can't do anything. Some artists still owe albums. You know what I mean? Some artists owe albums and they can't drop anything else individually or independently because they still owe 5 albums to a label. You know what I mean? So you don't want to be one. What I'm trying to get at by saying all of this is you don't want to be one of those artists that gets to a high point and you got to come to a stop, or you got to come to a halt because, oh, such and such felt like you owed them some money. And now you got to spend all this money that you made for your lawyers. You got to spend all this money that you made for, you know what I mean? And now you can't even put out music anymore because you're so stressed out. You know what I mean? You got enemies out here now. People in the industry looking at you kind of crazy. They're like, oh, you still beats, huh? You know what I mean? You still beats, huh? You don't pay for your beats, huh? We're not going to give you no deal. We ain't going to give you no deal. It's deep. It's so deep, man. It's so deep. Somebody laugh. And I would rather you not destroy your situation or destroy your opportunity before you even get them. I would rather you not do that. You know what I mean? I would rather you not do that. Don't destroy your situations or your opportunities before you even get them. You have to record. You have to re-record. No. You can still use that same song. You can still use that same song. But here's the thing too. Here's another reason why you shouldn't want to. Here's another reason. Yeah, that's that on go. You feel me? Here's another reason why you shouldn't be pulling beats off of YouTube so happy. YouTube is known to compress audio, right? YouTube compresses audio. So when you decide to throw your vocals on that beat, whether you go to a quality studio or not, your song is never going to be as fire or as clean as somebody who purchased the beat or got the Trackouts. Two things. If somebody purchased a beat through the producer directly, they're getting the uncompressed version. So that's one. Their music is going to sound better than yours. And two, if they got the Trackouts, that's a whole different level. You know what I mean? That is a whole different level. Just about every song that you hear that's number one, those are Trackouts, bro. You know what I mean? Just listen to them, bro. Listen to an artist that's on the rise and listen to a number one hit on the radio. You know what I mean? When you hear the difference, I'm not saying that artists on the rise don't make good music, because you guys do. I know for a fact, some of you guys in here, I've heard your music. You make dope music. I know that. You know what I mean? I know that. But there are other artists out here who don't buy their beats. There are other artists out here who don't know what Trackouts are, who don't know sound qualities and what have you. And when you listen to their music, you can tell. You can tell when a song has been ripped off of YouTube or not. You know what I mean? You can tell when an artist got a beat from YouTube. It just sounds thin. It doesn't sound good. It has no highs. You know what I mean? The highs have been cut out. I knew it was something wrong with my beat. That's just the way it works, bro. Johnson Key, appreciate you for coming through, bro. That's the way that it works, man. You know what I mean? YouTube compresses. It compresses. So rather than getting that full 320 kilobytes per second from your music or from your beats, you might be getting like 192. 192. That's like half. You know what I mean? That's like half and then some. Actually, not half, but it's much lower than that 320 that you're supposed to be getting. So now you go to a quality studio and you decide to put quality vocals on top of a low quality beat. You might as well be making lo-fi music, man. You know what I mean? Because when you decide to take that to the club, or you decide to put it on the radio, you decide to go somewhere with it and try to get it on the top 10 Billboard. How many of you guys have ever thought about that? I don't think has anybody in this room ever thought about what it would take to get on the top 10 Billboard chart. You could get your song on there today if you were to look at it a different way. When you make your music, stop making your music to try to be popular in your city. You know what I mean? Stop trying to make music to be popular in your city. From now on, everybody in here should be making music to try to get on the top Billboard, because there's nothing in between you and doing that but you. If your song gets big enough and people start loving your song, if you go on that Billboard's top 100, you could crack 90. Like, I'm trying not to curse a lot. Let me chill. I'll be damned. You know what I mean? I'll be damned. You can get 90. You could be number 90 on the top Billboard 100. You can do that. Anybody in here can do that, bro. All you have to do is make a dope enough song. And it starts with the quality, bro. It starts with the quality. The quality of your song. If the quality is right, people are going to listen to it longer. They're going to listen to it more. And boom, your views and your plays start going up. Next thing you know, you at number 99 or number 100. And depending on how the crowd or the audience receives your song after that, you start moving down. You start moving down. You know what I mean? Before you know it, you could be at number 20. You could be at number 10. You could be at number 1. You're not competing with anybody in this room, bro. Your real competition are those people on that top 100. You know what I mean? Your competition are the people who are on that Billboard top 100. That's who you're competing with. You ain't competing with nobody in your city. You'd be crazy to try to beef with somebody in your city and y'all both in a local environment. You would be crazy to do that because your competition is everybody who's on the top Billboard 100 and everybody else who's not. Everybody who's in this music industry trying to get in to the top 1%. That's your competition. You know what I mean? That's who your real competition is, bro. So from this point on, any beef in your city, rap beef or whatever you want to call it, cut that, bro. Cut that. You know what I mean? Cut that. All that is dead, yo. All that is dead. I'm not beefing with anybody out here if I'm a rapper. I'm beefing with whoever at number 1 because I'm trying to take that spot. I'm trying to take that spot and I'm trying to stay there. You feel me? I'm beefing with whoever number 100 because you hanging on by a thread, you might as well move out the way and let my song move on up. Think about that for a minute, bro. Think about that for a minute. Let me look at my camera. Think about that for a minute, man. Your song, whatever song that you think is your hit right now, if you buy the beat and get the high quality version, if you get the Trackouts if you want to, that'll help you out even more. But if you were to record it properly and put it out, you could break the Billboard top 100. You could break it. You know what I mean? You could do that. All of you can do that. You can make it to the billboards. They don't call people and say, can you put my song on the billboards today? You know what I mean? No, it's because they put them up there based off of what the people want to hear. You feel me? They put them up there based off of what the people love. So it makes your job a whole lot easier when you know what you got to do. You just got to get the people to love your music, yo. You got to get the people to love your music. You can get on the top billboard. You can get top 10, bro. Top 10. Forget about the 100. Forget about the 100. Forget about trying to be famous in our city. You know what I mean? Forget about trying to be famous where we live at. Forget about trying to be famous with these other cats who got a little name or whatever. Forget about that, bro. Forget about all of that. We're not trying to stay here. We ain't trying to stay here. We ain't trying to stay in the confines of these small areas that ain't even trying to pay us like that. Even the artists that are blowing up in your city, they still got to go outside of their city to get their money. What does that tell you? Nobody's trying to stay here and be famous. Nobody's trying to stay here and be known because we rap. You feel me? Nobody's trying to stay here and be famous because we rap. No. I'm trying to get to the billboards because that's all over. I'm trying to get on the billboards. That's all the promotion I would need. I would need, you know what I mean? Have you noticed that? Have you noticed when an artist makes it to the billboard, their entire career begins to take off somehow? What make the major companies that are out here, Burger King, Wendy's, maybe I shouldn't have used Wendy's. They're major, but you know what I'm trying to say, man. The Super Bowl, NFL, the NBA. Where do you think they go in order to choose their background music? Where do you think these movies go in order to choose the music for these movies? They ain't going on SoundCloud, bro. They're not going on AudioMac. They're not checking everybody's accounts. They're going to the billboards because it works. It's proven to work. It's proven to work. You know what I mean? People already love these songs and they're on the Billboard charts because of it. The NBA is going to say, hey, let's go to the Billboard Top 100 and see who has the hottest song out, and we're going to give them an endorsement deal, and we're going to endorse this artist. You feel me? Instagram went out. Oh, we got an iPhone for the Instagram today. You know what I mean? We got an iPhone for the slowly but surely, man. Incremental progress. That's all we after, you know. But think about that. Have you ever thought about that, bro? Has anybody ever thought about that? Where would a Super Bowl or McDonald's or who just got a deal? Doritos just did a deal with Lil Baby. Doritos just did a deal with Lil Baby. Where do you think they found that from? You know what I mean? I believe he had a song that was on the Billboard. So once you can get your music, if you get your music to that point, if you get your music to that area where, boom, I got a top 100 Billboard song, you can start to see all kinds of changes in your career based off of that alone. You feel me? But I'm going to tell you how you're not going to get there. You're not going to get there by ripping beats from YouTube, rapping on the low quality version of them, because people ain't going to care about your music. It's going to sound terrible in their cars. It's going to sound terrible over their headphones. You're going to get a legality situation with the producer before the song can even blow up. You feel me? You're not going to get there with those kind of beats, bro. So buy your beats, and not only buy your beats, but build with your producers. Build with the producers that you buying from. Don't just be lining somebody's pockets and they ain't even, you know what I mean? Don't do that. Because also for you to make it to the billboards, you're gonna have to be making good music. How you gonna do that if you don't got the producer input, bro? How you gonna do that if you don't got the producer input? How you gonna do that if you the only one who giving yourself feedback on your music? You know what I mean? Hey, man, it's up to you guys. I'm gonna just keep it like that. It's up to you guys. You know what I mean? It's up to you guys to Lil Baby give away 100 grand and 60. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? That Doritos sponsorship. That's a Doritos sponsorship. Can you imagine how much they paid him for that? If they're willing to give away 100 grand, can you imagine how much they paid Lil Baby for that, bro? You feel me? As a matter of fact, shout out to J Money, because it was a similar situation. What's your name? J Money. Shout out to J Money. You remember when he got that Coca-Cola sponsorship? I wouldn't be surprised if he's still living off of that today, because Coca-Cola is a big company. And for him to get that sponsorship, being an independent artist, bro, the sky's the limit for you guys, yo. J Money was an independent artist, and he did that for himself. He built relationships with producers. He made a hit single that actually got him that sponsorship. It's out here for you guys, man. It's out here for you guys, yo. I don't know how else to tell you, but I am going to have to tell you this. You're going to have to start spending money, bro, so you can protect yourself legally and you can make the best music that you can possibly make. You know what I mean? Protect yourself legally and make the best music that you can possibly make. I got to keep on stopping this camera, man. Or keep on starting it back. That's just the way that it goes, man. We up on this hour mark. You know what I mean? You know I like to keep these jumps short, especially since cutting these videos down. Yo, it's a lot of content in those videos. I know I slowed up with uploading to YouTube for a minute. I got to sort through all of the videos and try to figure out what kind of topics I can make out of them. You know what I mean? So I try to stay on topic as much as I possibly can, because sometimes I just start going off on a tangent, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? But anybody have any questions or anything before we decide to close this thing out? I don't want to keep y'all too long. You know what I mean? I don't want to keep y'all too long. Perhaps in the future we can start doing live chats for longer periods, but for now, we still building and trying to get it established. You know what I mean? So we want to try to keep it as short as possible, for the sake of being able to come back and look over this powerful information. You know what I mean? And I'm about to go horse in here. You know what I mean? All I do is yell at you guys, man. Sundays, my neighbors be like, oh, he's so happy he get to go. You know what I mean? My neighbors be like, you shining today. It must be Sunday. No, but if that's the case, man, we're going to close this thing on out. You know what I mean? We're going to close this thing on out. But one thing for certain, before you guys leave, let me make sure that you truly understand how much I appreciate your time, appreciate your business, how much I appreciate your belief in what we're doing here, how much I appreciate you for allowing the live chat to be a thing. You know what I mean? Because without you guys, oh yeah, for sure, I got you. SB, I got you. Without you guys, the live chat wouldn't be possible. You know what I mean? Without you guys on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Facebook #2, my like page, it wouldn't be possible, man. You know what I mean? So thank you for allowing me to be able to do this, because having so much information and no one to give it to, it would drive you mad, bro. It would drive you mad. I've been through so much in this music industry, and am I telling you that I know how to make millionaires out of you? No, but I know the path. I know the direction to take in order for you to start seeing some kind of progress with your music career, for you to at least get 100 fans. You know what I mean? For you to get 1,000 fans, we can definitely guarantee that there's a system for that. You know what I mean? And 9 times out of 10, if you were to go back and watch all these live chat videos, you would probably have everything that you needed to start a music empire. But I understand not everybody, nobody's going to do that. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to do that. If you were to, then I would trash my studio and say, hey, let's go on the road together and let's make something happen. You feel me? But until that day, man, keep coming to these live chats, bro. Every Sunday at 6 p.m. is when we do this. Make sure you follow my page if you haven't. I believe I'm at my friends limit. So follow the page and set it to see first. You know what I mean? Follow the page and set it to see first. And you know what I mean? Keep on coming to these live chats, bro, because this is what the music industry is missing. I don't think there's anybody else out there giving it as raw as I'm giving it. So I'm going to continue to do my best and make sure that you guys have what you need in order to see some kind of progress, not some kind of anything. We ain't just accepting anything. We only want positive progress in our careers. You know what I mean? With that being said, man, if you guys going anywhere tonight, let me stop saying with that being said too. If you're going anywhere tonight, be safe on the road. If not, be safe in your homes as well. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on out here, man. Keep the peace. Keep your energy clean. Keep your energy positive. Spread the love and do all of that stuff, man. 5 years ago, man, hey, you know me now, bro. That's the best part. You know what I mean? You know me now. It's like 5 years ago was your opportunity and your chance to grow and go through whatever you had to go through in order to end up here today. You know what I mean? So, Arthur Stewart, I definitely appreciate it, man. Appreciate you for being a share of the content too, man. Much love to you guys. We do this every Sunday at 6 p.m., man. But yeah, bro, Johnson, it's now. You know what I mean? You know me now, bro. 5 years ago, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? We've been through so much 5 years ago that if you met me 5 years ago, I wasn't even doing this. You know what I mean? I was still on my journey. But I'm thankful that I'm here today to be able to give this experience or give these words that took me all of 16 years to learn. You feel me? So everything happens right when it's supposed to, bro. Much love to you guys. I love you guys, man. Stay tuned in. Hit me up in my inbox if you like to, but I'll let you know I get almost nearly hundreds of emails a day, and I'm just sorting through them. So excuse me or forgive me if I overlook or if I don't get to you in a timely manner. I'm gonna try to work on that. We might need a secretary or something. But anyway, man, you guys get on up out of here and enjoy the rest of your Sundays, man. Much love, yo. Yeah. In live video. Yeah. YouTube, appreciate you guys, man. Much love, yo.